而家咧就炒埋呢個之後咧，
Tablespoons of water for at least an hour. We're ready to wrap our.
切乾咗啦。
Okie dokie, let's get started on this final part. This first case has taken longer than I thought it would. We're up to part 3, and we left on a cliffhanger last time, where it seemed like the case had nowhere to go, but at the last minute, I forgot her name, but what's his name? Mikotoba's daughter, I think, came through with a package. So, yeah, let's see what that is. I still think the anesthesia maybe has something to do with it, but I've been wrong many times already, just in this case alone. So we'll see. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
Huh, a judicial assistant and a
Oh wow, he's sexist.
woman no less.
Yeah, 1 minute he's simping, the next minute he's fucking pulling out the misogyny.
The real estate?
Oh, there's a rule against this actually.
The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I only asked for 5 minutes of time. Susato, that's her name. She's so calm about this too, damn. Respect. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
You're too late, little girl. The trial has already been concluded.
Well, there hasn't been a verdict handed down yet. So it's not over till the fat lady sings, baby. 5 minutes? I will not allow a moment more.
But, Your Excellency.
Take that. I am most grateful. Alright, this better be good. Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, but there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something. Written in English? Oh wow, yeah, I was gonna say, is this Jezebel's secret diary or something? No, it's Jezebel Brett's research. The Englishman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical facility and borrowed.
She stole it.
Borrowed this paper.
Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh, she didn't actually thumb through it on her way here. She just grabbed it and ran, I guess.
I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of this trial myself.
Oh yeah, that's true. But she wasn't here. Special characteristics of curare and its effect on human subjects. Interesting. Curare? Curare? What is that? I too have never heard that word before.
Time's up.
It has not been 300 seconds.
The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for me to read it in detail,
Also, she did thumb through it.
but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover.
Oh, thank you so much.
If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
Alright.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
You were most helpful. Thank you. You've had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
I'm the worst.
I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present the court? I presume not, but no, thank you for being thorough. I appreciate it.
The prosecution has made its case convincing enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
We're all scared? We're out of options here. No, we're not, sweetheart. We've got brand new spanking evidence. Let's see, can I examine this now? I can. Oh. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of this region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Oh, like a paralytic agent. Special characteristics, effects. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as infected by a blowpipe dart. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, so no wonder the water wasn't poisoned. It has to enter the bloodstream. Practical applications. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it is believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients will die of suffocation. Wow, well this is news indeed. We are not out of options, Kazuma, my dear friend. Have faith in me. Have faith in... Oh shit, I forgot her name again. Have faith in... Susato. Oh, she's 16. Oh, she's a child. This really is our very last chance. Yes. I know. Oh, she actually is a Maya. Wasn't Maya also 16? Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett?
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It is a delightful invitation, but I am afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I have to politely...
Oh. Give leave me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realized it was faced as a question. However, I must ask you to treat it as an order. Respect for the judge. Thank God this guy ain't simping.
Know your place, bitch. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
Who's being polite, asshole? My apologies, my dear lady. So, counsel, what is the new evidence that demands the court's attention?
Well, obviously,
The only new thing we have. Miss Giselle Brett. We understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison.
what? What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel? A toxin known as curare? I'm gonna go with curare. I'm gonna Google this later. Might be wrong. Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. Oh, not instant.
Objection!
Because it did say you suffocate basically because of full body paralysis. So it's not instant, I guess.
What's complete and utter nonsense? Curie, you say? Never even heard of it.
You wouldn't have. Oh, you wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Curie before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist? Correct. Which means you couldn't have tested for it. No matter what test the police can do for toxins, they never identified Curie. Curie? Curie. Why? Because there is no test available that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
What?
Oh. Okay, wait, so I did speculate earlier that she brought a poison with her, and I guess she did, in a way. Also, maybe the bloodstream thing wasn't a... Maybe, like, entering through, like, orally is fine. But, yeah. We got her now, boys! Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report, authored by the visiting research student from England, Curie has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lance their arrows. It seems that it is reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it's produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by the arrows laced with Curie suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Oh, am I smart to have your own research used against you like this?
Objection!
What?
Trumpery! These aspirations are utter trumpery! To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
Oh, I got news for you, boy. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. Well, Ryunosuke, did you even read the notes that Susato left you? It's a paralytic, mate! Oh my god. Don't read things in halves. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. Did Kazuma read? Yes, okay. There we go, see? Kazuma read the entire thing. Ryunosuke, learn from your friend. Read the whole thing. I mean, she already gave you the spark notes, jeez. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean?
The other way around.
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that Curie was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there'll be no visible signs of pain at all, such as no shouting from the burn. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he would collapse on the floor. With a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. Why don't you follow, baby boy? That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
Well, if your lungs are paralyzed, you can't breathe now, sweetheart, can you?
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control the respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
To the observer, it would almost look like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would have been a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly career poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is very convenient, isn't it? There are known poison for which there is no means of testing. A happy tale for the defense.
If I may?
All these facts. You think you're so clever.
Oh.
It is you who must be taught. Of course.
Fucking asshole simping again. God damn, I hate this guy so much.
Dear lady.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest hard work, then announce the results as if you discovered them. Oh, she's really placing her academic integrity like above like the fact that she's on trial for murder now, is she? Well, I guess she's not on trial for murder, but soon she'll be.
I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency?
Yes, Miss Brett?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Is she gonna chug it? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? And then she's gonna be fine, because, like, the, poison has denatured or something? Yeah, I fucking knew it. She's gonna chug it. Chug this 3-day-old water, baby.
Don't get too big for your boots, insignificant little... Oh, insignificant little island boys.
Sorry. Honestly, me too. That's what I thought as well. What the fuck is she going on about?
To an Englishwoman such as myself,
Like, England! Great Britain's an island too! You're like comparable sizes. You're both on small islands, bro. What? Don't get too big on your boots, little island lady.
to an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really.
What a dick.
But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
Oh, she actually says it! Drink your 3-day-old water. Wait, what are you doing? I can't believe they just let her drink evidence like that. This truly is like the Wild West of, like, law.
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Yeah, she just destroyed evidence in front of everyone's eyes, I guess. Because it seemed like he poured the rest of the bottle as well.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
We're all stunned by your blatant disregard for court rules. So, no curare.
Let's go through the court record again.
Oh, we don't actually get to read the entire thing. But yeah, I did mention earlier about the whole entering the bloodstream thing. When the poison enters the body through a wound, rather than being ingested. Although, because she could have totally been capitalizing on the fact that Japan doesn't do autopsies either, to hide the fact that it would be like a small wound or whatever. So, it's either that or the poison denatured over the course of 3 days in a fucking bottle of sparkling water. One or the other. The bottle was clean, is what you're saying.
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that is the simple truth.
Smug ass.
Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Bright?
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Oh, she's twisting that political angle as well. Yes, dear lady, we are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. This doesn't make any sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose nothing else. This little Far Eastern charade will make for an interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There had to have been poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? No, because it says below dark. It can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Ryunosuke, sweetheart. Read the notes that Susato wrote for you. Come on. Come on, yeah, come on. We all have the clues now. Bottle of water. Contain no poison. As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle. He's gonna pretend that this was his angle all along. What? Why Ryosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now. Facts are facts. Sometimes your unadulterated naivety really astounds me. But sometimes it's in need of a good staining? Oh, right, that's what he means. God, that threw me off for a second there. And sometimes it's in need of a good staining until it's as dark as a uniform in the ways of the world. He's talking about ruining his innocence. Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent? So guileless ending for a promising life inquiry council, for which you've been penalized. Oh, well, there goes my chance of a nice, clean thing. So I guess I have to say, yep, there is poison. I guess I have to go for the denatured poison route then. There is poison. Contains poison. I mean, there's only two options. The culprit did put Curare poison in Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious.
Objection!
I love how they just let me continue, even though I made that huge bundle.
Fool, are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle can contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
I mean, she could have slipped into his glass, I guess. Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe complication can be explained.
Oh, exactly.
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here. Because she also tried to remove the glass from the scene. Which, you know, so she could have poisoned his glass and was trying to remove his glass. I'm sure the answer's in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Okay, so the only evidence we have in the court record would have been the glass, I think. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, I do, then I must ask you to support this assertion with evidence. Assertion with evidence. Poison water unscathed? Yep, it's the only one we have. Is this one? Yep, that's the only evidence I can think of to present. Let's fucking go, I guess. Present? Hello?
Yes!
Yes. Is his defense, or should I say, the wretched accused? Oh. Is the only real source of complication in this case. I have to think harder than that defendant. Okay. Then I have no fucking clue. I guess we have to support the... You're making this complication more complicated than it needs to be. Maybe I am. Alright, should we go back to the bloodstream thing then? If the defense, sorry, the wretched accused, truly intends to accept this claim. I do! I have to! Okay. I've only got 3 more tries.
Yes!
Oh, shit, I meant to read that, but that's okay. The answer to this riddle. It's right here, Miss Brett's own research report. Okay, so we're going back to it being
Objection!
bloodstream things.
It's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't
Speak English. This sign won't stop me. I can't read.
This report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
This can't be important for the court. It's in English. Oh my gosh. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes. I concur. The report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. It will direct us to the pertinent section council. Alright, cool. We can go for the blood plot then. Which was, I think... What was it? Not the synopsis. Alright, wait, what choices am I allowed? Synopsis, special characteristics, and practical application. So synopsis, special characteristics, and practical applications. It would be this one, right? Special characteristics. The above mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound. So we're gonna go for special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot about this curette poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh? Council? Well, it sounds as though the indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of arrows they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes? And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Oh, no, he's right. Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'll be eating poison. Good gracious, Council. No, that would be madness. I mean, cooking can also denature some poisons, I think, but... like, there's time, there's like cooking, there's like other ways, but... since this works for us, we'll go with this one. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics. It says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense. Yes. The mention of that particular detail seems a little strange to me, though. Oh, through a wound. Like the hole in his mouth from when his molar was removed. So it's all coming together. I'd forgotten about the molar thing. But it's important again. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever.
What?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You know curate's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little...
It's alive!
rapscallion!
The swan's alive. I'm sorry, we have to pause for a second here. The lady has a living swan on her head? What? My good God. This is a living animal as part of her everyday ensemble? What's the meaning of this? Well, Ryosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. I love you. I'm gonna let that backhand compliment slide because I love you. You smarmy little fuck. Really? Me? Lawyer?
Objection!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how
Oh.
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book that I read. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboy's logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, Curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric.
Oh, so she's like explaining it. So she's furthering digging that hole that she knew it was safe.
Acidic nature of the gastric succus?
Succus? Sucking is that? Oh, yeah, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
We already have that medical evidence saying he had a tooth extracted. You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to eat or drink after getting a tooth removed because you need to have like need to let the blood clot form, otherwise you get like dry socket and stuff like that, which is like really bad, like really painful and horrible in general. So I'm pretty sure it's no eating or drinking, but maybe it's no drinking hot liquids. Maybe like cold liquids are fine. I'm unsure. I'm not a dentist. But then again, this is also the 1800s, so God knows what they were doing.
That's right.
Good gracious!
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand. No?
I wonder why she murdered him for. I wonder if it's to take over his academic research, since she seems to like place that on like a super high pedestal. Order? Order in court? Order? The logic holds. The lady and professor drank the same poison. They both affected it in the same way. Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this Curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case in trial. That's right. Surely, even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
I've got dental health records from Hot Dog Clinic. What is this welling up inside me? It's your protag energy. Let it go. I've never felt this way before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. Oh my... Ryosuke? Please. This is a court of law.
Objection!
He had his first objection. It was kind of weak. But you know, baby's first objection. I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Cancel? I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know, this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Curare? Wait, wrong one.
Record of dental work.
Let's go.
Take that!
He's take that. Oh my god, finally, he's no longer yesing. He's taking thating and objecting. I love you. That's growth. Growth, I love you. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same weight of water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? Oh, we're onto you now, Brett. The toxic effects of Curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, For a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But for the professor, what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have after you have a molar removed. If you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Ha ha ha! We got him. We got him! Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. Back yourself into a corner, lady. That's it. Use that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Is she gonna take the hat off? Oh, she's doing something. She gonna glass us?
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No.
I mean, it could just slip.
Oh, she's actually destroying evidence now.
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
Like literally in front of... That's kind of incriminating, you know? What is it? What just happened? It's an Englishwoman. She just smashed the bottle. In the Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible, at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
I mean, now we can get you for destruction of evidence, probably. We can add that to the list of crimes. How could you? You won't get away with this.
You can thump that bench and shut as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If this really was a poison bottle, or not.
Gee.
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I assume, dear lady? That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me.
Yeah, what's with that? I have been wondering this since, like, part 1. Why was he turned around?
So of course the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
Let's go to our defense. No, you killed the victim that day, using Curer. And then, in order to frame Bruno's Naruhodo for the crime, you kind of, oops, dropped the gun. You waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest, with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
Ugh.
A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
The swan's hiding the gun. The swan's like holding a gun. I mean, the swan's alive. Maybe it's like nesting on the gun. Who knows?
Exactly. As you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. And the victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
This is unbelievable. How could this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really gonna get away with it? And the way she destroyed evidence was obscene. I wonder if that's a crime actually right now, since they did say their system was fledgling. Maybe destruction of evidence isn't a crime yet. Ryosuke! Yeah? We've come this far, but now... now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, that's true. So if there's any clues for us to use now, you have to use your elf eyes, Ryosuke. It must be in your head. Your recollection of the event. You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. Look, yeah, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. A living swan on her head, too. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. Every color and every smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. There was blood on the steak! Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head. Oh, because that's the pitfall of having black and white photography. You can't see it at all. I guess if it's the same tone, it wouldn't show up. Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head, could there be another clue to the exposed identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Yeah, there's a clue. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Looking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Maybe the way to save the plate as well. I hope you did. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryosuke? Come on then, let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Yes! 2 strong stomps on the bench. Alright, I can't wait! It's been niggling at me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving to the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is the obvious bloodstain. Because he was shot from the front, the bullet didn't pierce through the body, so the only way blood could be on his plate would have been if he had been turned around when he was shot first. Otherwise, yeah, there's no way for blood to get here, right?
Take that!
Yes, wait, take that! Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Did you keep the plate? Yes, what is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day?
Objection!
Wait a minute. What are you doing? Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene showing this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on, there was a splattering of blood.
What? Oh, really? And what of it?
She doesn't realize yet. We already got you, bitch.
Obviously. It must have happened when you shot the professor.
Oh, she doesn't know about the bullet not piercing through. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph, and the relative position of everything here. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Yes. For blood to have made it to the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter, which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were, Miss Brett? Oh, Jezebel Brett? Jezebel Brett?
I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. For goodness Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
No, he's right.
Hold it!
Waiter, Kazuma. Oh, the blood. This is it. Your moment to shine. This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. All the evidence stolen. Finally, something pays off. Inspector, you mean? Yes! I took the plate! In the interest of preserving evidence of the scene of the crime. I took it. Meat! Oh, he took the meat. I took it. Meat and all! And I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. I did it all in the name of justice. Did you take the cobalt as well? The coin that the man was looking for? In the name of justice? Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Oh, detective. Inspector, I should say. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir! Oh, just jerkified meat. Sorry for the delay. Here's what you ordered. The steak. What about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector. The blood, man! Show the court! Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. And you can find no blood. Yeah. It would have been too easy otherwise. No. No blood. No blood anywhere. But... maybe a broken to the plate? Impossible! I knew I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. And she can get smug about it as well.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Oh, this one.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Woman, you are in Japan. You can stop being so racist, God.
Ugh. This, I couldn't...
You can't agree more.
In this case, of disgrace to the Empire.
Smack. I believe we may have finally reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
You won't be able to forget all about it, because you'll be in jail.
Uh-huh. This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
I will. I will examine it again. Oh, it's been into record. Perfect. Was the play I saw what I saw? Was a figment of my imagination? The thing about human memory is that it's very easy to rewrite and add additional details. So, he has a point here, but I think in this case, no, he actually did see something. Wait, can I inspect the thing now, or do I have to wait? Oh no, I can inspect it now. Alright, let's see if I can turn it around. Can't find anything out of place. Oh, nope, I didn't want to go back. Huh? Oh, it's the Koban. It's the sergeant's plate. The wrong plate of steak. Because he took the sergeant's plate of steak as well. What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. The hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No. I don't mean what is it? I mean, what's it doing here? Wait. Did you say it was from the Hoei? It was a Hoei Koban? Yeah. Apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today there's been talk of a Hoei Koban. I've heard pearls before swine, but I've never heard bullion before bullion. I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. this means this is the wrong stake. Can I... Real see it. We were both just talking about the stake juices on the coin. It's not over yet. Not to the final grovel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Now that's good advice. Believe in myself? Really? Yes, believe in yourself. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence. Oh, jumped the gun there, but... Wait. I already know that this is the wrong stake. No, it's problematic because this is the wrong stake. Yes, I have an objection. I have an objection. Yep, we already saw. There's another clue. Fuck. Your Excellency, please wait! The plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that revealed the shocking truth.
Objection!
This is the Sergeant's beef steak. Come on.
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak.
Your Excellency, I think I made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled, as it should be in criminal cases.
I see. A newly affirmed ally of my country. That's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Yeah, he's a true one for holding firm. Counsel for defense, you will now clearly show the court what you've been eluding. And I peel back. And I peel back the steak to show the korban. I have to go through all this again, unfortunately. But can you just imagine standing in a court of law, like just peeling back this cold 3-day-old steak to show everyone the coin that's been hidden underneath it? Like, how did they even get there? Okay, come on guys, wrap it up. Show them the coin.
Got it!
Got it. Good gracious, that's
Korban? What on earth?
Hohe error. I love how everyone can just instantly glance and be like, oh yeah, it's a Hohe error, korban. Like, everyone here knows antiquity as well, I guess. I mean, Hohe error was really early. It was back before I think katanas were like popular. It's like the 1200s? Like pretty early, a couple hundred years before. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beef steak that you ordered at the restaurant in the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up!
Oh, this one goes again.
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant.
A coin in the meat? It could still have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Objection!
Just leave an antiquity behind the meat. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hohe korban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I'll rip up my ticket to prison right now. He's right. It can't be coincidence. And it isn't. We already know about the old guy looking for his coin. We should give it back to him. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hohe korban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I eat my hat. Oh, he's saying he's a lawyer now. I give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By that, by all means, don't let it stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Shut up!
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it is essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? The old man. Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it could belong to. Do I have to present it? The owner of this koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Here he is.
Take that!
Take that. Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and the owner of Rasute. Curio? Oh, Curio. Korekuta-san.
Curie? As in Mr. Kyukuba something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Ah, yes. Wait, have they been doing, like, English puns with Japanese names this entire time? Gods, oh no. Do I have to dig through for more Japanese puns? Hosonaga, what are you hiding, Hosonaga, my old man? The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
They didn't show interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Looking. Oh, hunting for treasure.
Oh,
Indeed! The Hoere Koban, my prize coin!
in this Hoere koban, do you mean to tell me
Objection!
we have the wrong steak? It's the sergeant steak.
No, please, why would Korikata-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beef steak and his plate? It makes no sense!
Yes!
Exactly. I mean, this is a pretty high-stakes steak question, isn't it? Which is why I'm asking to bring Korikuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. I mean, why do we have to do all that song and dance? We know it's not the victim's steak. It's the sergeant's steak. Officer, bring both the witness and the testified earlier back in here. God, we have to go through a whole nother thing. Without a moment's delay. I can't believe it. We've come back around to that pair again. I can't believe it either. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch. If we chase down the real significance of this koban, we'll find that key element to this case. Yes, you have the wrong steak plate. The poor freaking inspector maybe didn't label his stolen evidence well enough. Oh baby. No sir, no sir. What's this all about? I've been caught up again. Did you realize it's dinner time for little baby idol? My son's belly is empty. His feet are than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police we were, like a miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness.
He says as he pulls out a knife.
And then, cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, a withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence.
Jesus. Be as that may, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever... Oh, it stabbed him in the foot.
Yes, that's the one, the very exact one it is. The resplendent, specific toy treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be.
As I thought.
Young man,
Is Nosa's foot okay?
enlighten this decrepit old fool. Pull me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and his plate, soaking in the seasoned meat juices. Which can't be good for the coin, I imagine.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means... Wait, was Nosa trying to steal the coin? Which means someone must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my Hoei treasure? Between a slab of meat and a metal plate?
Who would do such a thing?
Such an unconscionable thing.
Ask the man next to you, mate. I like to think the entire court is just looking at Nosa right now. Excuse me. Could I say something? Yeah, go ahead. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on the trial, but was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh, are we doing? Is this gonna be a double whammy where we solve two crimes with one trial?
Yes, that's right. A secret undercover operation.
The Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including married foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent to undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job as a waiter in the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. And the man sweating next to you. It seems likely that this Korban incident is the work of the same thief. It's unbeknownst to us, there's a master thief at the restaurant. At work in the restaurant on a regular basis. Just hiding things on the steak to get away? The place was already in the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid the Korekuta-san's Korban is all too clear.
What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who's the despicable scoundrel that stole the Korekuta-san's Korban and hid it under the steak? It's gotta be the man eating the steak. Yes sir, no sir. Yeah, it is a yes sir, no sir. Oh my god, his fucking yes sir, no sir.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you, Sergeant yes or no sir. What? How dare you, you monster! It does seem a bit bad to call out a man who's holding a baby. Monster? I feel like babies are like moral shields, you know? They like soak up any like bad faith. They're like, oh no, I can't be a bad guy, I'm holding a baby. I stole that Korban, did I? I'm the master thief in the carnival, am I? Yeah. You seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? Yeah, sure, you know. Why not? But it wasn't me, it was Idol. Idol's the mastermind behind all this. I just said that babies are like moral sponges, like moral shields. And he just straight up yeah, I know, right? It was the baby. Although, if you remember back to episode 1, I did say the baby stole it. So I too have accused the baby. So it's just not no sides. I'm also guilty of accusing the baby. Idol's the mastermind behind all this. Maybe the baby is like a magpie. No, don't ever mention Boss Baby ever again. I will block you. I'll ban you. Don't mention Boss Baby here. But yeah, like maybe like a magpie syndrome thing. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It is you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Is he gonna crack? Oh, wait, is this a Ratatouille situation? Oh no, he's just screaming. Oh, wait, no, this is a Ratatouille situation. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Oh, are you okay, sir? Oh my god, it was the baby. What the fuck is happening? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Nosa. Yes, sir, Nosa. Preparing to stand down in Supreme Court, sir. What the fuck was that? Yeah, please put that baby down. We don't need to see that. Do any of you know of the extraordinary low wages in the Nippon Imperial Army pays to those it expects to keep our country safe? Oh, okay. What a turn. I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it is hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. Okay, thank God it wasn't a Ratatouille situation. For a split second there, I thought it was a Ratatouille situation. I was scared, bro. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I go there to do some reconnaissance for the target. And I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork, even, which is unworryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man in his koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. Oh, so he actually stole it successfully. How did it end up on the stake then? What the hell is a koban? Koban is a coin. Remember the Hoei era koban? It was under the stake we found. Which we're trying to figure out how we got there. It was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the stake. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Oh, the shock of the gunshot. Did it flip him? Yes. When the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. Oh, okay. So he did put it under the stake, but only in an attempt to rid himself of, like, evidence of misconduct, I guess. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. I slipped it under the stake, hoping I'd be able to rendezvous with it again on a later date. But then the waiter took it. What? Yeah, wet steak fingers. Yeah, earlier on we had to peel back that steak with our own little fingies. He just openly admitted to committing a crime in a court of law. It is ridiculous.
Perhaps you'd tarry with this absurd prattling in your own time?
Yeah, this feels like a different case. Well, Miss Brett. Brett, like, British? Brett? Brit? Brett? Brit? Wait, is it pronounced Brit, not Brett?
Oh, of course, dear lady. Of course, how rude of us.
Yeah, it's an entire swan on her head.
I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
Wait. Is B-R-E-T-T pronounced Brit? Because then she would be British? Miss Brit? Brit? Have I been pronouncing it wrong by pronouncing it Brett? Brit? Because she's British? British? I'm quite sure there's... Oh, sorry, my mistake.
I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
Stop simping, asshole.
May the esteemed gentleman please be
He's simping so hard.
excused, your excellency.
Indeed. The theft of the korban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Yeah, but like I've been saying from day one, or not day one, but like half an hour ago. Hosonaga, you got the wrong steak, bro.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it? Well, oof, no words.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without a knife and fork, it is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Almost as mad as having a fucking swan on your head. A living swan, by the way. That swan's alive. Very well. Now all questions concerning this witness testimony have been answered. I see no further justification of detaining her. Oh, come on! Hosonaga gave us the wrong steak. Miss Brett or Miss Brit, you are free to leave.
Thank you, your excellency. Good luck, everyone.
Worst, you're the worst, I hate you.
And good day.
Hope you have a terrible day, fuck you. Ryosuke, come on. What's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming? Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me. The and good day? I can't work out exactly, but something she said jarred with me. Oh yeah, the font changed to show that when she's speaking in English, because this is a Japanese court. We're all speaking Japanese, even though it looks like English, but it's Japanese. So to differentiate when she's speaking in English, she has that fancy font. Come on, Ryonsuke, think back, cast your mind back. I feel like there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Something doesn't quite add up. In the good day? In that case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later. If you don't call it out now, it'll be too late. Trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Britt, I assume.
What is it now?
I'm afraid. Just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What the fuck did she say that was a contradiction? Thank you, good luck and good day. Oh, picking up your steak and biting into it and using a knife and fork. Is it that? Is he gonna be like, you were eating a steak too?
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryonsuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
So it is about her steak. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. Alright, well I don't know what the contradiction is. So I guess I'll also fumble into the answer. You're gonna need to see. Okay, well, shit. Evidence. Ah, fuck. Where's the evidence to prove it? Let's see. Let me examine this. Is it her steak? Because this isn't her steak, which is what I think. Yeah, knife and fork on the table. So, is this how we prove that's not her steak? I mean, I thought the korban being under the thing was enough, but maybe not. So I guess we'll present this and see what happens.
Take that!
Oh, good, it was this one. The photographic print from the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed? Yes. Go on. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
And now you're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Isn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
There's a bite taken out of it. It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see if you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could have ever contemplated picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten. Oh, it's like a bite shape. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is how we come to the conclusion that he's got the role play, which I've been saying for like ages now. It's not the fact that there's a fucking korban hidden underneath it, which, you know, the sergeant only could have done on his table, but it's the fact that the way the fucking steak is eaten, I guess. As you can see here, there's clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah!
Oh. Wrong steak, wrong steak.
Ah!
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. Wrong steak! These meats are 3 days old now, so there's 3-day-old meat. Cured meat. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, then there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what's your actual point?
This is the sergeant's steak.
Perhaps the delight.
Oh. She's not having any of it.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea without the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. It'll be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave everything.
There's this one again.
I've heard enough, you irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Of course. Dear lady!
What is the matter, Miss Brit? Have you ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications of those teeth marks in the steak had for her. Rinosuke, do you know where you're going? Yeah, I've been saying from day one. Hosonaga, you gave us the wrong steak plate, bro. Wrong steak plate. Give us the one with the bloodstain. Yes, now at last it all come together. Steak plate. Wrong plate. Ugh. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. This is the wrong plate of steak. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Oh, he's learned to be dramatic, I love him.
Everything?
Yes, I believe those barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that would prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
Racist asshole. How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If he really has such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to court long ago.
Oh no, she's hella racist. She openly says,
oh, the Japanese have such a barbaric language. I hate the Japanese. I don't like it here. It's so uncouth.
she's like actually the worst. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hosonaga, my dear man, please.
Hasn't been what?
Well, just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Oh, doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
That's absurd. The trial's been several hours already. You say there's evidence yet to be brought forward?
Yeah, it's because Hosonaga keeps stealing evidence.
That can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't. But someone does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. Inspector, it's your time to shine. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling that this will be my last request of defense in this trial. Okay. Who possessed... Why... This whole song and dance, we all know. It's fucking... Wait. Satoru... Hosonaga. I can't see a pun there. But with everyone else, there's been a pun, which really... Taketsuchi. Alchi. No, I don't see anything with his first name or his last name. I'm missing something here. Either way, we all know. It's the inspector. What? I have it? Yeah, the other place steak, man. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? Not on purpose. Sweetheart, go see a doctor. No, yeah, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the steak with the teeth marks. But we need the other steak that you took. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I enjoyed chopping my way through a good steak. And as well as the make to stealing the Korakeka-san's coin, he told us he slipped it under the steak. Watch, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, would you please confirm something for me? Was the steak you put the coin under your steak? Well, obvious. Okay. Attention! Affirmative, of course. I'd be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
That makes no sense. The plate that was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yes, the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of the steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest the sergeant switched the 2 takes over?
Did you fumble your way into the answer? Did you switch the 2 plates? See, I assumed that Hosonaga just gave you the wrong evidence. But I guess maybe Nosa did switch the plates. Oh, well, after it happened, the bang. When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hit the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. Ah. So the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen. I seized my chance. I switched the plates. Over the creaking sound. With my military position and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What?
You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. Oh, he's a master thief. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There's no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! A lot of things are happening here. However, fear not, prosecution son. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that's not all I did, sir. You didn't steal the plate either, did you? Did you?
Oh, you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
Yeah. What did you do? So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak, and the plate it was on, back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you take that plate? Early in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That's what I've been saying. To preserve evidence, you had taken both. Give us the other steak. That's correct. Then please, present it to the court now. Miss Brett's true steak. The plate that was actually on the victim's table, the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What could that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? I haven't the slightest bearing on the case. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
No, Miss Britt, if you cast your mind back.
Objection!
That was the entire point of the steaks in the first place. No, you're not wriggling your way out this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you. No?
You are the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
Well, no, you created the problem when you decided to fucking murder someone. The reason the defense asked you to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Just thinks he remembers seeing.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Britt. On the side of the plate that was on the table, directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound in the victim's chest. I believe the defense memory serves him well. And now, we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Britt. Let's not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show us the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes! You can do it, sweetheart. Yes, sir! And here we have it. Sorry for keeping you. Got him, boys. Here's the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Oh, we don't have to examine it. You can see very clearly. The blood stain. It's clearly visible, look!
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table, with his back to me. In other words, it is impossible for Naruto-san to have shot the victim.
You can't be.
In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. Miss Britt? We finally get to see her face? That's right. Miss Giselle Britt. It was you! And the swan goes flying. Oh no, the swan died.
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no.
Oh, this one's alive. Oh, it's going wild. This is why you shouldn't keep animals. Oh, it's nesting. It was nesting on her head. Oh, there's sickness everywhere. What the? Did she fly? And why are these chicken chicks? And not sick. What the hell is happening? What the fuck? There's a lot to unpack here. But we're gonna ignore that for now. We're gonna focus on the case instead. Let's finish this first before we wonder about the aerodynamics of a bird trapped to your head, letting you fly.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentleman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Britt, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. Oh, she's still gonna try to weasel her way out of this.
Gladly, Your Excellency.
This hoe.
It was I who took the professor's life using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason.
Oh, she's not trying to wiggle her way out of it. She's actually just straight up confessing now.
The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
Well, it's at noon, actually. So you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison will be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course. I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it will be all over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he'd been dining alone, and leave immediately. However...
Naruhodo-san. He came over to talk to him.
Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact you decided to come over and greet the professor.
See, this goes back to what I said in episode 1. Things would not have happened if he just stayed in his own lane, I guess.
Meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed.
Although it's good in this case, I guess, because he caught a murderer.
In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair, such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan in the spur of the moment.
To frame someone else for murder. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of cura in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Haha, it was under her skirt. Yeah, she's just straight up confessing at this point.
Under your skirt?
He's simping so hard. He's just imagining the under of her skirt. It's like putting him into sweats. So I was right. There were 2 guns.
Yes.
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which she had presumably placed on the floor. See, I don't know why she went around just concocting this other weird plan. Because it's well established that the poison is undetectable, like, now in Japan. They probably would have just assumed that he choked on a steak or something and died. Or maybe even, like, he just had a heart attack and died. Like, you didn't have to frame someone else for murder if you wanted to kill someone. Placed where you were sure I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, I fired my own shot. From my handbag, or under my skirt, I should say. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Oh, that's why he was turned around as well. Because, of course, he needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. I guess we never see her face.
So there you have it. The full confession. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
You know, generally we reserve the word misdemeanor for, like, small things. I'm not sure if murder would fall under that umbrella.
Your Excellency,
Yes?
can I go to tea?
No.
Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you. Oh, he's allowing that.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone.
She expects to just walk out?
I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Just pieces out. I'm assuming she got arrested and was escorted out, and not that she just went off to tea. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement?
This can't be. Takatsushi Aochi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student.
Who's not even a lawyer. You better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ryosuke Naruhodo.
Yeah?
This is an insult to the Aochi family name. Will never be forgotten.
He's such a mild Edward. You've been conceited with age, Counsel, but the old have to stand aside to make way for the new. Oh, he's gonna draw his sword? It is the way of the world. May you never forget that. Oh! Yes! Oh my god! The disrespect! In a court! Wait! He's on the other side of the bench! How do you even... Anime physics. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Aochi clan would never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. From across the bench! He did the anime thing where you slice really fast and it travels. Holy crap! I love the small detail of Ryosuke like moving out of the way so he can draw his sword without like stabbing him. No, I love Kazuma. He should make it personal. I don't care. He's absolutely right. He absolutely should just draw his sword and start waving it around. Oh, blessed! This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. It's kind of Thank you, Your Excellency. Don't call out my boy and his death flags. Don't do that. He doesn't have any death flags. He's fine. No death flags. I choose not to see. I put on my rose-tinted glasses so that all the red flags look like just normal flags, festive flags. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern method. Wait, what did she use before then? After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western idea of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits. But what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. And that is for the young to pursue. I love this judge. He's actually a good guy. Kazuma Asobi. Yeah? Don't wave your sword around in court. Okay, no. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. Do I sound like he has a secret mission? Just say Sherlock Holmes. It's Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Sholmes. I don't know. I feel like Sherlock Holmes should be in public domain by now, right? Has it been 100 years? I understand, Your Excellency. He seriously sounds like he has a secret mission. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Kazuma, what are you hiding? Never mind. As for you, Ryosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yeah? In you, I sense, how can I put it? Great power. Unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that forwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. In you, I sense the max. For a moment there, you know, it kind of almost fits. It's time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryosuke Naruhodo, not guilty. Yay! Oh, there's Sakura Blossom in here. Oh, this is nice. Rather than confetti, we have something Japanese themed. Yay! This court is now adjourned. Duck. Yay! We did it! First trial cleared! We did it! I took a couple of missteps, we fumbled a little bit, but we got there in the end. Supreme Court of Judiciary Defendants. Anti-chamber. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. Ha 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 ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, we made extra large sukiyaki from that place on Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has suddenly paid off. Who's saying that? Oh, it's Sato. Congratulations to the both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Yeah, thank you for running around to grab those notes. Yeah, she is a cutie.
Oh no, I didn't do any.
Thank you so much! If we hadn't, that research report of Miss Britt's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Yeah, it was absolutely crucial.
Your kind words shall really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Woman, you stole academic research papers. It's absolutely without praise. Your father? Oh yeah, the guy I didn't like.
Forgive me for intruding on the court proceedings, Your Excellency. Sato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to Defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba. Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. There he is. I didn't like you because you stuck your nose where it didn't belong. But I guess you kind of undid that by sticking your nose where it didn't belong in a helpful way in stealing academic research. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh, no. It is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend. Oh, yeah, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yuma University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Misogi. Yeah, you gotta go on a road trip. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. This katana travels me always. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Holy shit. Yep, I definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Time to learn about colonialism. You know how it is. That reminds me. What happened to the woman? To Jezebel Britta, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. I bet she's gonna get like deported and then she's gonna like suffer like very little. Oh, actually, she did murder another like English professor, so she might suffer a little bit. Ah yes, her. It is not easy to tell you this, but surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all. She's just going back to Britain. Yeah, see, there we go. Fucking knew it. Oh, to Shanghai. She'll be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Jezebel Britt will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. Yeah. What? Why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Because she's British. Inspector Hosonaga. There's a half-full battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate. But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? The English courts, I guess. The British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. Oh, because I think the British occupied Shanghai at this time, right? So I guess that's why she's going to Shanghai. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now we signed the friendship treaty. Oh, that is a good point though. Yes, in normal circumstances. You're right. Then, as long as it's not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making a secret agreements about her fate, does it? Unless she's like secretly employed. Something strange is going on. So Miss Britt can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never ever danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. What? She a goddamn diplomat or something? The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded we hand over custody of Miss Britt. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's always going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. Oh, so they're in the 1900s, my bad. Oh, so they've had some time to adjust, I guess. One day I have no doubt that that woman will receive a judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming. We are the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls a celebratory drink. But, Professor... Wait, are you guys legal? Oh yeah, if you're the same age as him, you guys are legal. Oh, you don't have a profile for yourself. That sucks. You're right, it's no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. Yeah, time for shots, baby! In that case, mine is just like half all. Yeah, let's go to the place where a murder was committed 3 days ago. As the head waiter, why are you still the head waiter? You solved the case that you were sent there originally for, and also you don't have to be undercover anymore. Do you just really like being a waiter? Oh, good for you. You're a detective, Hasunaka-san, aren't you? Oh, sweetheart. Let's not worry about details for now. Is he trying to angle his head waiter position to get free food and drinks? I hope so, I love you. To the carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Yes, I will accompany you anywhere. Of course. The carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, did anyone pay your bail? Or we're just sitting in jail for like 3 days? So Giselle Britt won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Oh, that is a good point. I wonder if this would play into later cases. Kazuma. My love. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You did a lot, sweetheart. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made a difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. Eh? To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over during that trial. I have a think that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. Is he gonna pull an Edgeworth thing and be like, I'm gonna be the prosecution, and together we'll find out the truth in court? I hope so. I love you. Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it's only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. No, not me. That's not a tense field combat. I never want to go through that ever again. I just did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. Oh, friendship! What's the point? Yeah? What do you mean? That's the point. That I have trust? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Don't say trust, come on. Knowledge of the law? Because Ryunosuke's right, it's knowledge of the law. No, the ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. This is actually not true. Thanks to attorney confidentiality, you should, and you can and you should ask your client whether or not they did it. And they can tell you. And then unless it's like a active threat or there's like signs of more crime happening, like the attorney has to they have to keep that a secret, and then formulate a proper defense for their client nonetheless. Wait, who's Neo? Kazuma making out like Naruhodo is Neo. Who's Neo? Wait, Neo from where? Eh? But yeah, Kazuma, this is great that you think this, but I don't think this is actually technically accurate. Like, you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in. Oh, like Neo, like the Matrix. Sorry, it just didn't occur to me. Do you know why I was confused? My brain is still stuck on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, so I was thinking of the Neo-Spatians. I was like, Neo? Like, Like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? When you met Neo as in the one from the Matrix. Sorry. I apologize. Anyway. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. Being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in, even then. Well, that's something not everyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. A special kind of naivete. Believing in your client. I mean, to be fair, he didn't have a chance to, like, not believe in himself because he knows for a fact that he didn't do it. I feel like it's different when someone else. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me. Kazuma, sweetheart, I personally believed in you more. I was gonna let you defend me, no questions asked. Well, You faced some seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And to that end, you found it. Through your own efforts. And because you never stopped believing in me. Kazuma, I love you. Thanks, Kazuma. Believe in me. Who believes in you? You can do it. There's something I want to ask you, actually. Ryunosuke. I will marry you! It's a favor, really. Something very important to me. I will take your hand in marriage. It sounds so serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, are you? Asanagi, got a bit of something and something in your face. I've arranged from some rickshaws for us. Let's go! Aw, thank you. We'll be right there. I just need to get finished getting proposed to. Oh, no, let's not pick it up later. Let's do it now. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes. That too. Kazuma, I love you. Yeah, I know, right? He's trying to be helpful, though. So, my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikutoba. Susato-san, who acted as my assistant. And of course, who can forget? Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. No, he did great. Because of his craft of evidence. It's because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through the trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. I will marry him. No! Don't! No! If I press next, it better not say it was the last time I saw him. Don't do it. I swear I will rage quit. I swear to God. Just how much it would change my life. Okay, no. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Whew. It's okay. Just how much it will change my life. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, yeah, he is gonna ask me to marry him. Yes, I will. Kazuma, sweetheart. Yeah, I'll marry you. Oh God, that worried me for a second there. Whew. End of the first. We did it. We made it. Yay! Oh man, like pulling teeth. Yes, I'll say my current progress. Oh gosh. But yeah, we did it. End of the court case. I swear to God though, if the next case is like Kazuma's dead and we have to solve his freaking, I don't know, and his like younger sibling is accused of murder and we have to solve that, I will actually write a very sternly worded letter. I will write a very sternly worded letter to Capcom and be like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Kazuma better not die. He better be okay. But yeah, that's it. This was a long ass case. But we made it through. Ryunosuke is not guilty, and we live to tell another tale. This will be it for this stream. We'll pick up next time, in the next case. Can you imagine how long the rest will be? I know, right? This was the very first case, and I think all in all, it took like 6 hours for us to get through here. It was in 3 parts. Wow. But yeah, only time will tell. I look forward to it. Looking forward to the rest of this case. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.